Zach with the movie Castle. Today we're going to be talking about Maniac from 1963, directed by Michael Carrarez, and it's a Hammer horror film. Now, Hammer is a pretty cool company. They have lots and lots of movies. They were most notably for remaking the Universal Monsters, and they've also come back kind of recently. Woman in Black, Let Me In, The Resident, The Quiet Ones. So, you know, they were gone for a while, but they're actually back now, which is pretty cool. However, out of their older work, everyone usually only thinks of the Hammer Universal Monster remakes. But they did lots and lots of stuff other than that, and it's kind of sad that it gets a little overlooked. Now, Mill Creek has put out 2 Hammer horror collections. I believe this is the second one. And this one has Revenge of Frankenstein on it. I believe the other one has a Mummy movie. But other than that, it's a lot of these overlooked ones. And I thought I'd take a look at one of those. This one is the Maniac from 1963. And I do want to specify there's lots of movies called Maniac. Most notably, you have the William Lustig Maniac and its remake starring Elijah Wood. You also have Netflix, who made a mini-series called Maniac. Now, the Netflix Maniac, the Lustig Maniac, and this Maniac are all different things. The stories don't relate at all. They're in no way connected to each other, and there's actually a ton more that are also in no way connected to each other. It's a very common title, but this did it earlier than a lot of them, so it gets some credit for that. Anyway, the 63 Maniac starts off, you have this guy, and he abducts a young girl. Now, luckily for the young girl, there was a witness. The witness goes and gets the girl's father. Now, this is, the setting, it's like somewhere in rural France, I believe the south of France. And apparently they portray it as like this rough and tumble place. You kidnap a girl and the father learns. Well, it turns out that doesn't work out too well for you, and you get a blowtorch to the face. So the father kills this guy, and it's one of those one bad night things where something so horrible happens that now you're insane, and he's locked in this asylum, you know, just stuck in there. And years go by, and now the stepmother and the daughter, who was, you know, abducted in the first scene, are now at this, it's like half of it's a bar, but they have rooms in the back that you can rent out, so it's like a bar hotel thing. They're living and working there, and then this artist comes up from America. I believe his name was Jeff, and he, in the bar, has this dramatic breakup with his girlfriend. He's going in there, the girlfriend follows him in, and he's like, I told you, I'm done, I'm leaving, and it's this whole big thing, and he decides, you know, here's as good a place as any, I'm just gonna stay here. So he starts living in there, and there gets to be this romantic triangle because he's kind of in the middle of the ages between the mother and the daughter, and it's a bit of a romance story for a while, but eventually it gets out. The stepmother has been visiting the girl's father in jail, or the asylum, and she's been doing this every 2 weeks since he got arrested. And the girl's father said, look, you want a legal divorce, and you want me to hand over the business to you. I will do that if you help me escape. So she gets the American, and they have to drive the getaway car for this guy. So now they're all involved in this this crime. And in case you haven't been able to tell from you know, romance and crime. There are some horror elements in this, and Hammer is known for horror. This is actually a very film noir, thriller, mystery thing, you know? I mean, it's not the whole, you know, private eye thing that a lot of film noirs are, but it does have a lot of those elements, and it is very much a thriller, and it's not so much a horror movie except for at the intense parts. But anyway, there gets to be, that's one thing with this movie though, you expect a lot of spooky scenes going all the way through and you're not necessarily going to get that, but you do get a lot of the story and a lot of how these characters think about things, but it does go slow in the middle if you're not invested into this, you know? If you're expecting just a pure horror, the characters in the middle moving around might not be completely up your alley. However, it does build to a pretty cool end, and let me tell you, if you like twists and turns, the ending of this movie has a bunch of twists and turns. Yeah, you'll not be able to see all of them coming. So it gets a little muddled, but if you like twists, I know some people love twists and turns, and this is a movie for you. Also, this movie, the villain is pretty cool. He's got glasses and a pretty cool mustache, and he has either a wrench or a blowtorch as his weapon, and yeah, you don't get too many villains with a cool blowtorch, you know. But yeah, the characters are cool, the villain's interesting. Definitely recommended, but you have to know that this is more a film noir thriller than it is a horror movie going into that, and if you're cool with that, you'll be fine. Anyway, I hope to review more Hammer films in the future. I want to review all of these, plus all the ones I don't have, and there's 5 more on this pack. I got work to do. Anyway, I figured I did Hammer now. Next time on the show I'm going to do Universal. I'm actually jumping to the 1931 classic Dracula. So, Hammer, now Universal. Dracula is next time. I will cover lots more films by both those companies and lots of other stuff in the future. I'll see you guys next week.